Hi friends, it's Nadi here. Welcome back to my channel. It has been over a year I did not post a video. So anyway, I was going to make pine tart and I said, why not do a video on it? Because this came out so nicely. The crust is so flaky and guys, it's good. So let's jump right into the recipe. So I'm using a medium-sized fresh pineapple and I'm gonna cut these into medium-sized pieces. But first I'm gonna remove the core of the pineapple. So you can also use the canned pineapple, just get the crushed ones. I'm gonna use my food processor and what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to pulse this like, a couple times because I don't want it too fine. I like the little pieces of pineapple. And so as you can see here, it's nice and coarse. It's not too fine. So when you bite into your pine tart, you will have that nice, you're really tasting the pineapple. So here we're going to start making the pineapple jam. So I'm going to add 1 stick of cinnamon, 1/3 cup of sugar. I'm not going to make it too sweet because my pineapple is a little sweet already. So not too much sugar. I'm going to add half of a lemon juice. And also I'm going to add almond essence. You could also use vanilla essence. It doesn't matter, whatever your preference are. So just like about a tablespoon. Now I'm going to give everything a nice mix and let this cook down. And so you're going to cook this until all the liquid evaporate. And you're going to know it's finished when you feel it nice and sticky and gooey. You're going to feel it like that. And, you're almost done. So this is looking really good right here now. And I'm just going to take this off. And we're going to let this cool completely. Now, as we left our pineapple to cool, we're going to start making the pastry crust. So I'm adding 2 cups of flour. And I'm using all-purpose flour. I have here butter and vegetable shortening, and I am using 1/4 cup of butter and 1/2 cup of the vegetable shortening. And so your butter has to be really cold, like you remove it from the fridge, cut it into small pieces, and add it directly to the flour and start mixing. Now you want to get this nice crumbly texture before you start adding the ice water. Once you add the ice water, you're going to add very small amount because it does not take a lot of water. So what we're doing here, we're adding small amount of water and we're just getting it together to form this nice dough ball. We are not kneading the flour. We're just pulling it together to get that nice dough ball. So by doing it this way, you're going to get a nice flaky crust. Okay. So I'm just going to let the video run for a little bit so you can see exactly how I'm doing the dough ball. So, you just want to get it all together without pressing and kneading. You're just like pulling it together like this, so. So this is looking really good now. So at this point, if you have cling wrap, you just go ahead and wrap it into a cling wrap and put it in the refrigerator for like about an hour. I'm totally out of cling wrap, so I'm using a small Ziploc bag. So I'm just going to put it, seal it, and refrigerate it. So guys, this is the vegetable shortening that I used. I used the Crisco brand, and it's the butter flavored one that I use. So it's 1 cup per small package. I use half of this. So friends, it has been over an hour and it's time to put it all together. We're going to start by rolling out our pastry dough. And you can use minimal amount of flour and dust it as needed because sometimes it may tend to be sticky. So, to avoid that, just sprinkle a little bit of flour. So I'm going to keep on rolling until I get my desired thickness, and we're looking like about 1/4 of an inch. And this is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and start making my individual circles. I'm using like a round cookie cutter. You can also divide the dough into small dough balls and then roll them out, but somehow I find this method is so much easier. I have here like about 7 circles, and the rest of the dough I'm just going to put it together and then I will roll this out later. So I'm going to take each individual circle and I just like to open it out a little bit more so it becomes wider. And you're going to roll it out until you have, I would say, like about 1/8 of an inch in thickness. And a whole lot depend on you what your preference are, because some people like the thinner crust. So I'm going to take small amount of the pineapple filling and you're going to spread that out. Now I'm going to apply the egg wash. This is basically one egg that I have beaten up and I just kind of threw out some of the white so we have more of the yellow, and that's going to give it added color. And so you just apply it around the edges, and this is going to seal the pine tart. The next step is the folding part. So basically you're folding one side and then bringing the other side and lapping it over, and then the bottom, and just to create that triangle. Now you want to make sure you're sealing well on the edges, especially, so you don't want the filling to be running out whilst it's cooking. So I usually use a fork and try to seal it in there. This is looking good now. So guys, I'm just going to do one more so that you see how it's done. You can use a little bit of flour if it gets sticky. And so friends, all the ingredients and measurement will be in the description box below. Also, if you're vegetarian and you don't want to use the egg wash, you can use the basically water and sugar, like sugar water, to seal the edges and also to brush them at the end. So guys, I have here my grease pan, and the last step before going in the oven, we're going to brush these with the egg wash. So you're going to gently brush each one of them and cover them with the egg wash. My oven at this point is heating up and it is at 350 degree Fahrenheit. So we're going to bake these for like about 12 to 15 minutes. You just keep your eyes on it until it's nice and golden brown. So it took me 14 minutes in my oven, and guys, look how amazing these look. So we're gonna let this cool completely, and then I will be back to show you what the inside looks like. So guys, it's nice and cool, and look how amazing these look. Altogether, I got 12 pastries. So let's break into one so you can see the inside of it. So the color is nice, golden brown, and look at that. It's so flaky. The crust is so flaky. And look at the inside. Guys, it came out really good. So this is a must-try recipe. It tastes really good. It's not too sweet. You can actually taste the pineapple. And guys, the crust is to die for. Really good it came out. So friends, thank you so much for watching, and I want to say special thank you to all my followers and viewers who have been constantly reaching out to me over the past year, and thank you again for your continuous support.